I wiped a tear from the corner of my right eye. A bit of kajal came away on my finger. I sat down. On the leg raise machine. Debut continued to look at me with an apologetic expression. I have not forgotten anything, Debut. But I don't need to be reminded of it either. I am sorry, baby, he said and touched my elbow. I pushed his hand away. I stood up to leave. I need to go. And you have to stop calling me baby. I tried to walk past him. He blocked me. What? I said. Please. Stay. Listen to me. Please. What's the point? I have literally 100 people waiting upstairs. My phone rang. See, it is my sister, I said. Tell her you need 10 more minutes. What for? I placed a finger on my lips to signal Debut to be quiet and answered the call. Yeah, Dee Dee. I went to the washroom. No, not in the room. I am coming. Give me 5 minutes. No need to come fetch me. I will come on my own. I hung up. I saw Debut. His eyes, his dreamy puppy dog eyes, continued to look at me. What? I said. I made the biggest mistake of my life, Debut said. It doesn't matter, I said. Even though I said it didn't matter, I did feel good inside. At least he finally felt some regret. You were the best thing that happened to me. Seriously, Debut said. Why? That white chick didn't work out? Who? That girl. Who was with you when I? No. We tried. There was no intellectual match. Oh, you care about a girl's intellect too now? Of course I do. I always did. That is why I liked you. That is also why you dumped me. I told you. I made a mistake. A big mistake. Monumental mistake. You said my job would harden me. What else did you say? You had a vision for the mother of your kids. You wanted me to quit working. I am sorry. I became a little insecure. Oh, really? Now you realize it. You weren't a little insecure. You were monumentally insecure. I realized my volume had increased. A bodybuilder-type white guy stared at us through his bicep curls. Do you have any idea how much I loved you? I said. He kept quiet, his head down. I noticed the thick curls on his head. I continued, I was ready to quit my job. Just to make you happy. I came to Brooklyn to tell you I would resign. I wanted to propose to you that night. You wanted a simple family. I was game. I even bought a ring. You did, he said, looking up, his eyes wide. I shook my head. All pointless, Debut. My family is upstairs. Can I go now? And I suggest you leave Goa soon. 2. He grabbed my hand. I extracted it, almost in reflex. What are you doing, Debut? My would-be in-laws are in this hotel. I know. And then he did something I have never seen him do. He started to cry. Puzzled gym trainers must have been wondering why a grown-up man was crying in their gym even before he had begun to exercise. Don't make a scene, Debut, I said. I tried to remain unaffected, but to see him cry like this choked me. He knelt on the floor. Please, baby. Please, I beg you, Debut said. I have come all the way from New York. I looked around. The last thing I wanted was anyone noticing us. I held Debut by the shoulders. Get up, please. I pulled him up. I handed him one of the hand towels kept in the gym. He used it to wipe his face and compose himself. Stop being the victim here, debut. Remember how you treated me? You would not take my calls. You were rude on messages. He nodded his head vigorously. You were, I searched for the right word. An asshole. Yes, he said. Good. So now, you are doing these tears and trips. But how did you treat me earlier? Even on my last day. I still remember. You sent me a thumbs up smiley. That's it. I said I will miss you 10 minutes later. You didn't reply. You did? Yeah. Why didn't you reply? I tossed my phone in the river. What? I shook my head and threw my hands up. No point digging up the past. Why not? After you, I tried to be with several people. I dated other girls. Nobody connected with me like you did. Nobody had the complete package of qualities like you. You are smart, caring, and humble. You are easy to live with. You kept our little apartment so well. I still remember how you gave me that surprise party when I got a promotion. Which girl does that? Anger filled me. I wanted to slap him. My arm tightened. What? You want to slap me, right? Do it. I looked around. Everybody seemed busy with their own exercises. I lifted my hand and slapped him hard across his cheek. Ow, he howled. You actually slapped me? I flexed my fingers, my hand hurt. Now you tell me all that? You couldn't say it earlier? I gave you surprise parties, yes. But how did you react when I got my first bonus? Like a dick. Exactly. Where did your feminism go? My feminism didn't go anywhere. My masculinity did. I told you, I felt insecure. How can my girl make 3 times as much as I do? So what? I work in a bank. It pays better. You chose your passion, advertising. Why did you have to compare? Wasn't it all our money? My phone rang again. This was my mother. Bye, debut. 2 minutes. Please. I cut the call. What? I said. I didn't value you. I am sorry. I had to lose you to realize how amazing you were. Like that. Passenger song. Let Her Go. I knew that song. I had cried to it. I wanted to tell him, but I didn't. I took deep breaths to not lose it again. I had to remain serene for dinner, like a good Indian bride should be after bhajans. Well, too bad. Anything else? Have a safe trip back otherwise, I said. I have a plan, he said. Plan? Yeah. Swap the groom. What? I said, my hands on my hips. I understand you have your entire family here. You can't stop the wedding. But I am ready. I want to marry you right here in Goa. I will call my parents from Kolkata, maybe some close relatives. And I cut him short. Hold on there. What did you say? We get married? Right here? Ask yourself, Radhika. I am your first love. Sure, I made a mistake. But I want to amend it. I want you more than anything else in the world. So I can get married now. Your parents will freak, but at least they'll know it is not a cancelled wedding. The boys sighed, yes, they will be upset too. But I will handle it. You have really thought it all out. I had time on the long flight here. I realized I couldn't lose you at any cost. And what makes you think I want to marry you? Because I know. Deep down, you still have feelings for me. I will keep you happy, Radhika. Do whatever you want. Just be with me. I sat back on the leg press machine again. I covered my face with my palms. This wasn't happening. No, I couldn't be facing this. This is a horrible dream, I told myself. When I remove my hands from my face, Debut will be gone. However, he stood there, looking at me like he did years ago when we first fell in love. Just agree and I will handle everything else. This is not a joke, Debut. My entire family, Brijesh's entire family, is here. Brijesh is the person you are getting married to? Yes, I said. Did I just show that I was considering Debut's idea? Was it just about how to manage the family embarrassment now? I am here for you. We can go back to how we were. Remember our tiny apartment? Of course, I said, my voice softening. My phone rang again. They will send search parties for me. I will wait for you. Will you think about this and let me know? Debut said. I don't know. My mind is not working. I better go. I am in the resort across the road. They didn't have rooms here at the Marriott. I know, I said. Thank God for small mercies. Day 4. How are you? Brijesh smiled at me. We were on the sandy beach for an early morning stroll. When he'd asked me out on a morning walk the previous night, he said he wanted to catch up before the relatives woke up. Sleepy, I said and yawned. I checked the time, 6:30. I am sorry. I shouldn't have made it so early, he said. No, it's fine. Once people wake up, chaos begins, I said. I had worn pink lycra leggings and a white top. He wore a gray tracksuit. We were both barefoot. Occasionally, the waves would splash high and run through our toes. Didn't sleep enough, he said. 4 hours. It is okay, I said. Sleep deprivation delayed my reactions to recent events. Debut had flooded me with messages all night, right from reminding me of our first date to asking me how. Long before I took a decision. The Bujans were wonderful. Such a great idea, Brijesh said. My mother's idea, actually, I said. Yeah, it just makes the whole event more pure, Brijesh said. Sure, especially pure if the bride goes to the hotel gym to make escape plans with her ex-boyfriend. Mendi today then? Brijesh said. Yeah, I said. Not much for you to do. Oh, they have plans for me too. They will apply turmeric paste all over me. Marinating the groom before the roast? Both of us laughed. He held my hand, I didn't protest. How could I? We were getting married. He clasped it tighter, and although it felt a bit weird, I held his hand too, not merely leaving my hand in his. I wanted support, perhaps, to decide what I needed to do. You happy? Brijesh said. I looked at him. His smile was childlike. He was visibly thrilled to hold my hand. Yes, I am happy, Brijesh, I said. To make others feel better, women lie about their feelings all the time. It's amazing how easily it comes to us. So I told you about Menlo Park, right? I thought we could take a place there or near the Goldman office. That way, at least one of us can be home quickly if necessary. Sounds good, I said absently. Although, if my startup happens, I don't have to be in Menlo. We could be near your office in That case. If I ever take that step, though. I am sure you will, I said. He shrugged his shoulders. The morning sun was on our faces. I had worked hard to remain on a plan of regular diet and exercise before the wedding. I hoped I didn't look fat in my tight workout clothes. You are beautiful, Brijesh said, as if reading my mind. I don't know why, but I laughed. I suck at receiving compliments anyway, and laughing in the compliment giver's face is another way of deflecting them. Did I say something wrong? Brijesh said. No, I said and smiled. Thank you. I have never said this to a girl. Ever, he said. I looked at him. He looked like an earnest schoolboy, even though he could work the world's most complicated computers. Well, I should be flattered then, I said. We walked in silence. After a few minutes, I checked my phone. It had a message from Debut. Good morning, beautiful. Who is it? Brijesh said. Huh? Nothing. Didi woke up and is looking for me. Really? Yeah, let's go back, I said. I thought we could have breakfast outside. At a beach shack. Just us, Brijesh said. My phone buzzed again. I love you, Debut had sent another message. I released Brijesh's hand. I couldn't hold my groom-to-be with one hand and use the other to check love messages from my ex. We better get back, I said. Anything happened? I nodded. Brijesh didn't say anything after that. We walked back to the hotel. I kept a little distance from him, so he couldn't hold my hand again. I held my phone tight and ignored any incoming messages. We reached the hotel elevator for my wing. I turned to him before I stepped into the lift. Sorry, Brijesh. I know you're making an effort so we get to know each other better. I am trying to. But somehow I just can't right now. Too much on my mind. He smiled. We will have plenty of time after marriage. You are very sweet, I said. He blushed as he hid his smile. Oh, it would kill me if I had to stab him in the back and run away with someone else. Why couldn't Brijesh be an evil groom? Like the ones in the movies, the ones who shoot innocent pigeons for fun? I waved him goodbye. See you at Mendi, he said. No boys allowed there, mister, I said. He smiled. I gave him an extra wide, almost fake smile in return. Thankfully, the elevator door shut. I heaved a huge sigh of relief as Brijesh disappeared from sight. God help me, I said as the lift started to climb up the floors.